Okay. I'll swap my teethers into on the way here. Need a bit of vitamin C going on here. Feeling a bit run down as of late.
Get you?
L.A.P.D.
More Vinto would be great.
Phelps and
Perhaps a
Gallo.
sarsaparilla. That's nice.
Diego Aguilar. How can I help?
You worked the bar last night?
Yeah, me and a temp guy from the agency.
Did you have a woman in here last night? 21 years old?
Another temp?
Hispanic,
Wasn't there a
pregnant
temp
heavily?
bartender earlier?
We have a lot of ladies like that in here.
You want any other
Yeah, I
murder
know who you
cases?
mean. Antonia Maldonado. Oh, what did she do?
She was murdered last night.
Oh, shit.
See someone clumping around in the
Do you know
background
her
too.
well? Was she a regular?
Hell no. She was good and tight last night, complaining about her old man. It's a story you get used to working in the bar. She was so hammered last night, she left a letter on the bar. I'll show you.
Okay. Subscription for Reader's Digest? Oh, for the husband, Angela. Yeah, that's how you pronounce that in Hispanic. It's not pronounced Angel, it's
You
Angela.
open them?
No need to. She was shouting about it and waving the letter around. Said she was gonna show him.
Okay, so the divorce papers were here. That confirms what we found earlier. She wasn't just thinking about it. It was more or less in the bag. Definitely need to talk to this guy then.
Can you remember what jewelry she was wearing?
She had a necklace. Some kind of religious thing, I think. The temp guy would have more of an idea. She took the beer he served her and cried into it all night.
What time did she leave?
Can't say for sure.
You seem full of shit, my friend. Or at least very concerned about something.
Where
Why
did
does
she
she want to
go?
give Cole a kiss?
Give
I'm
me
not entirely
something,
certain
or the
which.
LAPD will start getting interested in this place.
Take it easy. She wanted a cab, okay? And my phone was out of order. The closest one I knew was at the fruit market across the street, so I suggested she try there. She seemed reluctant.
Another victim of fruit, eh?
Did Antonia say where she was going when she left?
She said she was gonna serve the papers on the husband. Said that would take the smile off his face. If you ask me, she was scared. And the drink was for Dutch courage.
Well, the old bag did mention that she didn't normally drink, but she's been getting hammered a lot lately, so that's possible. I mean, divorce is a scary thing, especially in an era where violence against women was more
A
prevalent.
drunk young woman, what do you think? She managed to scare them off, though.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
No problem. Hey, get the guy, will you?
We'll do our best. One last question. What size shoe do you take, Mr. Aguilar?
A broad 9. I have wide feet.
Cole's continuing fixation with footwear continues. This thing, you know. Or been banned from Foot Locker, sniffing all the shoes. No, the phone is definitely out of order, so I wasn't lying about that. Okay. Again, putting a sign on it doesn't actually make it out of order, but you get the idea. Cigarettes? No? Don't want to talk to the cops? Anyone at all? Nope. Evidently not. What else we get? Oop.
Sir, do you work here?
Sorry, pal, just making deliveries.
From where?
Just pick fruit
God,
market.
another
across
sweater
the
vest.
A fruit market delivers here?
street. Yeah, sure does. The Mexicans love a little slice with their tequila.
Fine, thanks.
Wait. Wait, I know that guy. Where do I know that guy from? Where do I know him from? I know where I know that bastard from. He was, out back when we arrested,
Just picked fruit market.
ah, God. The guy who shot the woman who arranged for her husband to be killed. I recognise those boxes as well, actually. Where do I know those boxes from? Oh, this is sort of the problem with me actually looking back over all this stuff for, like, the videos. It means I end up with certain bits of information embedded in my head, but then no idea of exactly where I've seen them, because they're out of, chronological order. Well, I was wrong. I want to see if I can bring up any more clues using intuition. Nope, the game says no. Okay. Okay. Guess we nip over the road to the fruit market then. There's nothing, really nothing else here. Anything attached to any of the pipework? Nope. But seriously, I definitely know that guy from that particular case. We ran past him when we were chasing down the dude who shot her. After that little argument in her house. What the hell's the fruit market? They said over the... Ah, there we go. Yeah, they did say it was over the road. Couldn't remember it entirely. Cigars, candy. Right next to each other, of course. Because why not, right? Shoot.
Shut. Great.
How can it be shut? We just saw the guy who works here.
Maybe somebody here saw Antonia the night she died.
Unless perhaps he does deliveries in sort of the morning or early afternoon. And... Hey folks, now I probably cut out a bunch of back and forth I just did there. But I ended up walking around the place over and over trying to find a way in.
304.
And yeah, he's just generally shut down. I can only assume that the guy runs the place by himself and he does deliveries during the main part of the day, and then the place is actually open to the public sort of in the evening. Which seems weird. I mean, I don't know about you, but I don't particularly go out and buy fruit in the middle of the night. It generally tends to be, if anything, energy drinks and junk food. I mean, it's not early enough in the time frame that junk food wouldn't be available. I don't know. Just seems a bit weird. So I can go around the back. Be sneaky, you know? But the game says no. Okay, let's go back in the main way then. Just quickly check the other door as well. I mean, I don't know exactly which side of the building he's on. Door's locked. God damn it. Sorry. All that time I saved, I've now wasted. Cole, please. Please, Cole. Thank you. Like I said, the movement in this game is very, very clunky and awkward. There's very, very little precision to be had. It's surprising, all considered. You'd expect Cole to be able to turn at right angles.
Forget about knocking. Let's take our boy by surprise.
Hey, what the fuck?
LAPD, motherfucker, you're under arrest.
What part of attacking the police ever seems like a good idea? Let's be honest. Right, buttons. Ah, my hat, goddammit. Seriously, what are the buttons? I've forgotten. Ah, you missed. Ah, there we go. Hold L2. Now I remember. Just generally couldn't remember for a second there what buttons I had to hit. There we go. Once you get a certain rhythm going on, as long as you keep mashing A at a consistently rapid pace, you'll pretty much never take a beating. At least you'll always win anyway. Press circle to finish. Finish him! Fatality. No rocket punch though. I'm disappointed, Colbot.
Shots in there. Cuff these sons of bitches, Phelps.
LAPD, you two are under arrest. Call for some backup, Finbar.
Oh, you know, you're never gonna live that down. Take a seat, motherfucker.
Galloway, badge number 564. I need a prowl car at the apartment building 330 North Hill Street.
Any kind of handcuffs do you have, Cole?
Central.
Your wife has been murdered, Angel.
Again.
Oh, God, no.
Where were you last night, Angel?
I was here with my brother the whole night, God damn it! You think I'd kill my own wife?
Common enough story in this era. Well, if I'm perfectly honest, in any era. As depressing as that is.
Going over, then talk to the neighbors.
No, oh, my hat teleported back to my head. What a useful trait that is.
Smacked in the head. You don't call me Finbar.
No idea what this is. A ticket stub for something? Possibly a movie? Did he like films? Perhaps that's what did it. Everyone know those damn films cause violence. Ding ding.
Just picked fruit market.
Huh, you're here as well, huh?
The El Dorado.
Aye,
I wonder if
that's
Angel gets all his groceries from this place.
fruit byproduct, but that's definitely not fruit. I've seen those bottles though. What was in the bottle? Oh, the would-be Amelia Earhart wench. The first one of these lot to die, I think.
The El Dorado.
Her house was full of those. She regularly drank booze from there. So this guy's been like the site of multiple crimes. So, I mean, first, like I say, I found him hanging around outside that one place.
Some explaining.
Then he was obviously selling booze to the first woman that died. And now we find that he delivers fruit to the bar that our latest victim tended to go to. I mean, don't get me wrong, I mean, it's blood everywhere. Which is suspicious, but...
Took notice of Angel's movement.
I mean,
Got no alibi.
Adali is obviously clever. He's playing elaborate games. Really wouldn't be past the guy to plant a bloody shirt in this guy's apartment. Or if he was hanging around a bar, he could well have heard Antonia complaining about her husband. And know that people would suspect them for marital
LAPD,
difficulties.
making some inquiries.
Make it quick. I work nights.
So you weren't home last
Nice
night?
pajamas, by the way.
I was at work.
You know nothing about Mrs. Maldonado fighting with her husband?
Those two, they're always screaming the place down.
Thanks.
Trust me, I know the feeling, mate. I know the feeling. Noisy neighbours, right?
No good. There's nobody here.
Damn. Be one of the more useful ones. Guess we keep going across the floor. Hope we don't run into Heather Mason.
Hey, sorry about that. I'm playing with my kids.
LAPD.
Oh dear,
Were
Cole.
you here last night?
You afraid of the man in the moon, little boy?
Wife and I are separated, and I had the kids last night. I put them to bed early and went to bed myself.
Thanks.
If you're playing with your kids, doesn't explain why you leapt at the door with a mask on screaming.
Hello?
LAPD, ma'am. Did you hear a disturbance last night?
Yes. Yes, I did. Mrs.
You're
Maldonado
stoned off your
got out
tits
of
right
there
now,
and
aren't
her
you?
husband ran out after her.
You saw this, Miss?
Aranda. I had the door open a crack.
Did you see Mr. Maldonado come back
That was
inside after
bizarrely
he ran
suggestive.
out?
No. I didn't.
Thanks. We'll be in
She always leaves the door open a crack, just in case anyone happens to
Thinking you're
walk
gonna call
by
that one a nosy old
and see her
man,
getting
though.
changed.
Well, then,
Oh my. Ugh.
I'm executing restraint right now. Finbar.
Well, time to go call all of the 0800 numbers. It's what Cole does every time he's in a suspect's house. He's a dick like that.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Are there any messages
I need a
for me?
pizza. Stat.
Message from Captain Donnelly, Detective.
That's a doctor thing.
Presence is requested urgently at Central Station. A new letter from the Dahlia killer has been found.
Thanks for your help.
Okay. Okay. But I want to check out the fruit market as well. Yeah, I'll do both. If there's nothing at the market, I'll just cut straight to the police station. Seem like a plan? That seems like a plan. Well, there was bugger all at the fruit market. It was still closed, even at like 5 o'clock in the evening. Seriously, who buys fruit this late at night?
Captain is waiting for you downstairs with Anchor.
Yeah, so you keep saying, mate.
Now the DA wants my head.
Ooh, the intense music's playing. This is sort of a tense moment. It'd more so if we could actually run. Doesn't being forced to walk for some reason.
He's a waste in the police force. Good-looking boy like that should go into politics.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm not as dumb as you look.
Wait, what? I'm not as young as he
Boys.
looks. Whatever.
Come on in. Phelps. Have you met Finnis Brown?
Pleased to meet you, sir.
His
Sir,
information is confidential
Captain,
and doesn't
sweater
leave
vest.
this room.
The new letter was left in the back seat of a cab. The driver thinks it was put through the window and not left by a customer.
We're checking all the fares back 24 hours regardless.
Good.
Like the previous letters, it's been assembled from headlines and typed from the Times and Examiner, then glued to an envelope. What is
So we need to find Edward Nygma.
This one?
Is what you're saying.
That's also new. A poem, hand-typed.
Do you mind if I take a look?
Go ahead. We've been over both documents pretty carefully. They've been wiped with gasoline, so there's no chance of prints.
Just very, very smelly. In fact, I was standing here in this small room, these fumes, as... Oh. Heap upon thy soul, by virtue of this curse, ill deeds then thou be damned, beholding good. Both infinite as is the universe, and thou in thyself torturing solitude, an awful image of calm power. Though now thou sittest, let the hour come when thou must appear to be that which thou art internally. After many a false and fruitless crime, scorn thy lagging fall through boundless space and time. It's a poem written by the master to the doctor. Possibly. No, it's not really. It's, oh god, I know the author of this damn thing as well. Oh, come on. This is gonna bug me now, because I know for a fact I've read that poem in English class many years ago, admittedly.
That's why we called you in.
You think it's original?
Not unless he's a genius.
You like this nutjob's poem?
No, I like Shelley.
Damn
It
it.
was written at least
Should've known
100
that.
years ago.
Shelley. Sure, I knew that.
Ah. Bloody
See,
Colbot.
Finnis? I told you this lad was
Encyclopedic memory.
Sure, but what has it got to do with the case?
Prometheus Unbound. Prometheus was a titan, a superhuman character who defied the gods to bring fire to humanity.
My god. Considering all the whole time I spent investigating Greek myth, I definitely should have known
Guess
that.
it's as good as mine. One thing for sure is that he's educated. What about the link to the Henry case?
He could have got the wording from the papers. As you said, he is fiendishly clever and takes pleasure in taunting us. What's happening with the Maldonado case?
We have the husband in custody. We haven't interviewed him yet.
I don't know.
Upstairs then,
That's,
lads,
I
and see
still
if we
kind of
can
like the
break
fruit guy for this. Just the fact I've seen him, and or, you know, evidence of his business in many sites of the murders, you know? I say many, there's been like 3 cases, including this one, but... Even... Oh, that is precious.
Good-looking boy like that should go into politics.
Thank you, ma'am. I do try.
Improved your attitude, Angel?
What do you want me to say?
When you say you did it. Not really. Would you tell me about the fruit guy?
That was the last time I saw her.
Fortunately, I don't really get to choose the questions.
So your wife paid you a visit last night. What time was that?
Late, around midnight, maybe? She didn't stay long.
Lies. What makes you lie?
You're lying, Angel. You went after her. I think you killed her.
You're out of your mind. My brother will tell you I was at home.
I have evidence. Well, I have a highly stoned woman who told me she saw you.
Who confirms that you were arguing, that your wife
She also
ran
talked
out,
to a plant,
that you
but,
followed
you
her
know.
and didn't come back.
I know this looks bad, but it's not true. We argued, all right, but she went out and I went out after her and she jumped in a car on the corner.
There was a car waiting for her? Can you describe the driver?
Not the driver. It was too dark. But the car, it was a brown Ford coupe.
Brown Ford Coupe.
You and your wife weren't getting along. She was divorced.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Is that why you killed her?
We fought, yeah, but we weren't getting a divorce.
Ah, Angel, Angel, Angel. Don't feed me that line of happy horse shit. How do you know all about the divorce, matey?
I don't believe
Divorce papers.
She'd been granted a decree nisi. She pushed you too far and you lashed out.
I told you. I wouldn't accept a divorce.
You didn't have a choice, dumbass. By refusing to show up, you basically guaranteed it went through.
The judge had set a date. You were going to be paraded in front of the whole city for your cruelty to her, Angel.
Antonia. Oh, Jesus. She came in drunk, out of her mind. She doesn't normally drink. She was looking around in her bag. Said she wanted to serve me papers. Me, her own husband.
Yeah, that's kind of how it works,
I slapped
dumbass.
her down. She ran out. That's the truth.
Wow.
What size
Good job
shoe
making
do
yourself
you
look
wear?
innocent there.
Size 8. What difference does that make?
When we found your wife,
It'd really be a
who
coincidence every single one of these guys happens to have the
was she wearing her
exact
religious medallion last night?
biometrics to be the
She
Dahlia.
always wore that.
I don't know, Angel. You're not convincing me, buddy.
What about the charm bracelet? Was she wearing that?
You know about that?
That's actually very lucky I pushed entirely the wrong button.
Didn't like the message. She kept it locked up in that box of hers.
Your wife has been brutally murdered. So how do you explain your shirt being covered in blood?
You found that? I cut myself shaving.
What, you nick an artery? Come on. Don't take me for a fool, Angel.
Angel, I'm not going to waste any more time on this. Give me something or I'm going to have you charged.
Oh, Cole just broke his
My
pencil.
brother, Ippolito. He said some bad things about Antonia last night. So I had to sock him one. We got into it.
Keep talking.
She said she came from the El.A.Noire bar.
And?
It's not one of my places. We used to buy fruit at the market down the street. But the creep there was always running his eyes all over my wife.
What's the name of this
Told
fruit
you.
market?
It's the fruit guy.
Just picked fruit. Ord Street downtown.
What do you mean, where is it? We've just
One
been
last
there like
question.
6 times, Cole.
Do the words kiss the blood mean anything to you?
No. Sounds sick to me.
Hell of a name for a punk
Clear by
song.
any means, Angel. You're going back into a cell. You should think about whether you have anything else you need to share with us.
Told you it was the fruit guy. Never trust a man who spends that much time around marrows. That's what I always say. Is his brother in here? Can I... No, okay. So assumed we'd get to question the brother as well.
The bum took a swipe at me.
Okay, never mind. Right. Get back to the bar. Yeah, I nicked a different car. So sue me.
Olive oil comes from olives.
Tempting to get a hot dog, but no. Don't really have time for that right now, you know? There's not a lot of cars around here at all, is there? It's not very good ones. I could quit and reload to get a different set, spawn in this car park, but
Can you drive to this one?
can't really be that
Where
bothered,
exactly
let's face
are
it.
you going?
Let's go arrest the fruit guy.
What's your read on Maldonado?
I still like him for it. Seriously, that line about the guy at the fruit market making eyes at his woman. We'll get to the market and the guy behind the counter will tell us he saw Angel drag his old lady off with him at night. This case will be shut like all the others.
No, I still reckon it's the fruit guy. Man's got that far too buttoned down, far too uptight, sort of overly precise sociopath thing going on. And if his last name turns out to be Morgan, I'm taking him in. Just our general principle, you know? There he is. Obviously the killer. See? 325. It's got to be the clue. It's right next to his building. Not sure why it was coded, but... Can't take a cabbage, no? Pineapple?
Are you working Friday night?
It's just making me hungry
We
now.
should go out afterwards.
Not for watermelon. Watermelon's crap. I don't understand the appeal of melon in general, if I'm perfectly honest with you. That sort of general style of fruit, I'd prefer a mango. I wish I mean I'd actually eat that. Wouldn't in my life eat melon. Melon is disgusting.
Sir, Wait, you look familiar.
Told ya.
Hey, from the bar, right? What brings you here?
LAPD, Detective Phelps and Galloway.
Clem Feeney. What can I do for you?
Did you happen to see a young woman last night? 21 years old, Hispanic?
Sure, she came by last night. Why do you ask?
Tell me about her jewelry. Her what?
She was wearing a necklace?
I didn't notice.
You weren't paying attention, Feeney?
Hey, you're getting the wrong idea.
Because the problem is, if he was genuinely a sociopath, he wouldn't be displaying any of the clues of lying. Which is kind of the problem.
Exactly how much fruit do you sell here after midnight, Clem?
Look, not much. I sell the odd bottle on the side to the after-hours crowd. Look, I don't want any trouble. I'm just trying to make a buck.
The young lady arrived around midnight?
Yeah, something like that. Used the phone for a cab and then left.
Yeah, you're talking shit. Again, no, you would never be able to pick out, just by visual
You
clues,
already knew Mrs. Maldonado,
if a sociopath was lying.
didn't you, Clem?
Sure, I met her before.
Of course, that clue would have to be a sociopath at the very least, not a full-blown psychopath.
Her husband went apeshit one day when he caught me talking to her. She had me back until last night.
You seem quite pleased by that.
Where did she go from here?
She wanted a cab, but I couldn't get her one. I was about to offer
What, you don't know how to work a phone?
Pulled up and she got into that.
Can you describe the car?
Brown Ford Coupe, I think.
I still think you're in on this. If not, outright the
Do you
killer.
mind if we look around?
Why would you want to do that?
Because we say so.
I guess you can. Hey, don't you have to get a court order or something? I have rights.
Clem? Shh.
Nice. Right, time to go investigating. Let's see what we got, what we got. Anything hidden behind the counter? Tread on all of your boxes. Didn't break that one, though. Must be reinforced to be able to sustain Colbot's weight. That's a lot of hooch.
No wonder he stays open late at night. People have to get their vitamins. Check through this stuff before we get back out there.
Okay, so that's why you go to a fruit market after hours. Okay. Yep. That's the exact same stuff that the first murdered woman, I think she was the first anyway, had in her house. She used to buy booze from
What
here.
are we... This thing needs a combination.
Oh, it's these, okay. 2, 5, 3, as I recall. Why was the combination for... I mean, I was slightly disappointed, actually, that the clue was apparently to do with this little dice thing, but... Again, to ask you this question, why exactly... Yeah, why exactly was the clue left here? As in, the combination for the box? Yeah, I can see you're not liking that inscription. Wives, submit to your husbands as to the Lord, for the husband is the head of the wife as the Christ is head of the church. Ah, old-time sexism.
Are you working Friday?
Not going to say anything about finding all this coal, no? Just, yeah, whatever. What else we got? Bing, bing. Well, that's a very sharp and accurate knife, isn't it?
Someone who was already dead.
Is that like a palette knife
It's a
or
typical power thing. Once the stiff is dead, the creep usually
Craft knife?
feels they can do whatever they like. Must have seen it during the war.
Homemade
This
scalpel?
fruit skull punk gets about 10 seconds to explain before I pull his fucking arms off.
Clem!
Yeah, never a good idea to run, dumbass. Oh, please not a car chase. The car chases are tedious. Yep, car chase it is, huh? But yeah, in case it wasn't obvious by now, I'm not a fan of the car chases. I'm just not.
God damn it, get after him, Cole.
Yeah, I'm on it.
I'll try to shoot out his tires.
The public will stop getting in the way at least anyway. That'd be amazing. So it's the problem with using this era of car, they're just not very fast. So these chases don't come out particularly intense. It's not for me anyhow.
Strange that he'd leave a trail of blood right back to his own market.
Maybe he wanted to be caught.
Really not. It's sort of a common thing for serial killers. I'd say it's called escalation. The nature of the crimes
Don't
and...
go to sleep on me. Get me back in close.
the glues and or sloppiness and grease.
It's almost too perfect, isn't it?
There's no such thing as too perfect. Hit him, Cole. Spin him out.
Ba-da-bum, 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 bum, bum, bum.
Keep it steady and I'll try to bust his tires.
Yeah, I've got all day to wait for you to eventually pop his tires there, Rusty. Just keep smacking him off the road, it's a lot quicker.
Hit him. Clean this asshole off the road.
Oh, Rusty, you're in trouble again. Rusty, Clem. Sorry, I can pay for that. Sorry, my bad. He's not going anywhere at least. There's always that, right? How would you like me now, sweater vest? You lost your hat again, Rusty? It cost the force a fortune in replacements.
You need help.
Outstanding job on this case, gentlemen. The poor woman can now rest in peace. I'll pay the fiend a personal visit myself and remind him that crime in this city does not go unpunished. When they finish with him at the receiving hospital, we'll have him up before the grand jury.
Jesus Christ, you're planning to put the guy in the hospital?
I'll be sure to mention your names.
Was this the extra large print edition of the Bible you're planning to beat him with? Leather bound and everything. Just casually swipes evidence. Yeah. Police work in the 50s. Wow, everything, nice. Other than a bit of vehicle and city damage. Nice, 5 stars. With a body on his doorstep, the DA may look to send Clem Feeney to the gas chamber. Oh dear. Can't say he didn't deserve it, but even so. Right. That's all for today, I think. See you next time, folks. Bye-bye now. Well, this was a waste of time. Walked around in circles. Didn't get into the fruit market again. Can't remember where my damn car was parked. There's a car park over there. I'll grab something from